This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Tiger Plumbing. Whether you need to replace a faucet, overhaul your sump pump, or desludge your drains, call Tiger Plumbing. In today's world, knowing who's at your door is important. Tiger Plumbing sends you your technician's photo, estimated time of arrival, and a little bit about him or her. Hey, Sam likes fishing and camping. Cool.
The Bill and Kelly Show is recorded at Studio A at Executive Suite Squared in beautiful Hammond, Indiana. Now, here's Bill and Kelly.
Audio
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there is.
All right,
Here we
good.
go. Welcome
Hi.
to our show.
Yes, welcome.
With us today, we have Laura Weber, who is with the Cline Avenue Bridge Project.
The beautiful Laura Weber. She looks gorgeous today.
Because there's a fresh coat of makeup because I'm working from home today.
You look
Well,
gorgeous.
and thanks to technology, we're able to do this.
Yes.
Since we actually in your state, you're only allowed to come out when it's absolutely necessary. So thank you for joining us through video conferencing. Why don't you tell us a bit about the Cline Avenue Bridge project? Now, I noted here that it started reconstruction in 2017 and is continued construction, obviously. Why don't you tell us a bit about the project? And also, we had talked about how the Cline Avenue Bridge project is actually giving back to the community. So why don't you tell us a bit about that as well?
Thank you. I'd be happy to. So I'll start with a little bit of history just to provide a little background. So as you mentioned, we did start construction in 2017. The bridge has been out of service since 2009. It was demolished and decommissioned first and then demolished at that point. So that left a gap in the community's transportation. This has served as a vital corridor in the past. In the past, it was serving up to 35,000 vehicles per day. So when that closed, it left a lot of people in East Chicago and Lake County without a direct route to Chicago. And then for the folks coming from Chicago, it left a void in their route because there's a lot of traffic to and from Lake County, Indiana. So for 10 years, actually this year it's 11, that route has been down. So our company, the parent company is United Bridge Partners. They're headquartered out of Denver. So they set up our company, Cline Avenue Bridge. So we acquired the land. So we own the land that it's going to be built on. And we began construction in the summer of 2017. So it's going to be a brand new structure. It's being built from the ground up. I mean, from below the ground up, because that's where the supports begin. So it's state-of-the-art technology. It's already won a concrete award. I know that sounds random, but the quality...
No, it's not.
The quality and technology are state-of-the-art, modern. Everything was done with quality in mind, and also some sustainability elements. But that's just some background information. So it's set to open the summer of this year.
Oh, wow.
We're forecasting a Q3 opening. So you guys are more than welcome to our grand opening party and ribbon
We would
cutting.
love to be there for that.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that'd be great.
Because this is such a huge thing for this region. It's
Yeah,
been
it is.
needed for so long, and
Yeah.
we're so excited that it's going to finally be done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So it's really nice. It's nice to be the communication specialist for a project that already has this much excitement and anticipation. So we're building on that, and we're sharing for those who don't know that it's going to be coming and back in the region again. So and then once it's finished, it's going to be a reliable route that will be. So note about tolling is it's all electronic tolling, so there will be no stopping.
Good.
So yeah, so you could just zip on through, and if you have a transponder, either the Easy Pass or iPass, the system will read that. Otherwise, it's the system's called Pay by Plate. So it scans your license plate, and then you receive an invoice in the mail.
Oh, that's
So
great.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
so we're all about trying to keep it fast and efficient. So a few notes about it. So we've been calling it the gateway of Lake County, because it
And it
truly
is,
is.
yes.
It's right. So it's the gateway of Lake County, and it's gonna really help people from daily commuters to folks looking for recreation, because with now the nation's 61st state park being more
Yes,
accessible than
that's
ever,
right.
um, people can come from Chicago and just zip on down and be there before you know it. So it gives people greater access to the region's assets, to all that this area has to offer, whether you're looking to enjoy it for recreational purposes or really you just want to shave some time off your commute. And for commercial drivers as well, like for truck and freight,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to help commerce because they can be more efficient. They could get more runs in per day. Overall, it's just going to be a tremendous asset for the community and for the region.
Absolutely.
And yes. So, and another thing that we like to share too, we don't just put bridges in and leave. It's not, there's a lot of companies that run toll operations. Each of them has a little bit of a different feel to their corporate system. But part of our corporate beliefs and methodology is that we don't just put in bridges and leave. We truly become part of the community. So myself and Terry Veligan, who's the general manager of operations, I normally work out of the East Chicago office. So we will be based out of East Chicago for the duration of the project. So for customer service calls, for maintenance, because we are exclusively responsible for the bridge's maintenance. So zero private, or 100% private funds, zero state, federal, local dollars are being used for this project. So
great.
we maintain it. We do everything from snow plow it. If there's a weed, we're responsible for weeds or potholes. So it's a self-sustaining thing, but we really, truly are custodians of this project from the beginning, from now, all throughout its entire use. So part of becoming part of the community is investing in the community. So one of the great things that we're able to do is 10 cents from every toll that we collect will go directly back to the city of East Chicago for them to use however they see fit for their city's improvement.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so the bridge is located exclusively within East Chicago, and we're able to give back to them in that way, which is a really great sense of pride, and it feels good for us. Already last fall and into the winter, we spent $3 million to rehab the street leading up to Cline Avenue Bridge. So the about mile long, I believe, stretch from SR 912 leading from east to west and then from west to east. So all that road is fresh and new and smooth because
beautiful.
Yeah, so it's all about improvements and just really revitalizing the community. And another part of that piece of that puzzle is we're really active in the community with various organizations that we've partnered with. So we've actually partnered up with the Boys and Girls Club. We sponsor the rock climbing wall in the East Chicago Club, which is really cool. We actually partnered with
Yeah, that's great.
It really is. So
Yeah.
I got to help out at their Christmas party. It's called Christmas to Remember. They had it at the Gary Genesis Center. So that was cool. So Boys and Girls Club is a cause that we really believe in, and that's one of the ones close to our heart. Terry Veligan actually grew up in East Chicago, so he actually went to that same club back when it was called the Catherine House. So it's got a personal tie for him as well. So we're really of this community and about it. So the other things, aside from the Boys and Girls Club, we're also active with the First Tee initiative, with the East Chicago Park District, with Humane Indiana, East Chicago school system. We helped out with their back to school drive. What else? And then, the boys, said Boys and Girls Club, the Boy Scouts of America. We hosted the Cub Scouts.
Oh, neat.
During the summer. They visited our site and we gave them a tour. They got to see part of the bridge going up. And we did a fun little activity where we did marshmallows and toothpicks, and we challenged them to build a bridge that would actually bear weight using marshmallows and toothpicks. So we really try to get people involved in all different aspects. And we're just all about becoming responsible citizens of the communities in which we reside. So,
Oh, I think that's phenomenal. What a
That's
great
great.
company, and what a great idea to give back to the community that you get to work in and care about.
So not only this really much look forward to bridge opening, but the fact that you are, as you said, a company that just doesn't build a bridge and run. You continue to donate things to the community, back to the community. I mean, the surrounding community. That is amazing. And that's, and I can't imagine what's going to happen. The casinos that they've always talked about, the casinos being throttled because there's a certain area that they have to drive around now because there isn't a bridge in place. Then, as you said, commercial traffic coming in through the area is going to be easier to deliver. Boy, we're really looking forward to it.
thank you. We are too. It is really exciting. And it's going to sound cheesy what I'm about to say, but we really are about lifting up the community.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't sound cheesy at all.
Boy.
That sounds beautiful
And
and
I'm
fabulous.
telling you what, after
That's how everybody should be.
after this is all, after we're gotten on the other side of this virus outbreak, we are going to need a lot of lifting up.
Yes.
Boy, the fact that you are entwined in the community right now. So let's talk about that. How has this impacted the project? Can you speak to that?
yeah, I can speak to that. That's a good question. So right now, our crew is able to continue operations. We have a dedicated safety manager who's overseeing the team. Because most of the team is smaller than 10 people, and throughout the day they're not really coming to contact with each other. The majority of the work is taking place outside. They already have a lot of PPE on. So they've been briefed with the proper protocols. There's extra precautions in place. There's a very minimal amount of staff out there. And in a lot of cases, they are relatively independent where they're not coming into close contact with other individuals because they're construction team members and they're working anywhere from 100 feet in the air to in a material handler machine. So we're taking a lot of precautions. We're following the latest news and we're doing everything we can to keep our team safe while simultaneously keeping the project going.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it is scary out there. We've been talking our listeners and viewers through that, and it's but we're going to be glad when we're beyond it.
Absolutely.
I know. As you can tell, like I said, I'm working from home, so we're all doing our part. We're all doing what we can, being mindful to keep progress going.
And so if you like Humane Indiana and you're keeping in touch with them, does that mean that we can have Tuna the Possum at the ribbon cutting?
I'll see if I can pull some strings.
I'll help get him there.
Brian Fitzgerald, if you're listening.
Hey, we're trying to make it fun for everybody and make it interactive and.
As far as Kelly's concerned, she's going to want all the ambassadors to be there.
I want all of them to be there.
What is the
Harrison the owl?
Harrison the owl,
yeah.
Okay.
All of them. They can all come, but I mean, if Tuna's going to be the new cool animal coming up, the cool possum is going to be the thing, so we need to have him there for sure.
Right, possums are going to have their day. Might as well.
Absolutely. And then I have to ask, because this is really bugging me. Is
Sure.
that a picture of a squirrel and a picture of Mr. Rogers behind you?
Yes, it is. You can actually see that.
Yes, I can, and I thought so, and I was like, I love you even more now.
It's funny, thank you. I actually took down my picture of Pee-wee. That's not really mounted. It usually sits on my bookshelf.
Pee-wee, as in Pee-wee Herman?
Yes.
Awesome. We like this lady.
I love you even more. I mean, it's like I couldn't love you more, and then you say that, and I'm like, oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Yes.
So yeah, I appreciate that. No, this is my my happy space. So I put all the things that make me happy here.
Thank you.
Ah, there you
So
go.
we'll have to
I'll
meet
put all
in
that from
person
my heart.
someday.
Yes.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. By all means, we'll have to have you on the show when all this
Yeah, in person on the show.
social
Right.
distancing is no longer an issue. So yeah, it'd be
Right.
great. Maybe as a wrap up, once this all gets done, or we get closer to opening up the bridge, hopefully we'll be back together back
Yeah,
then.
for
And
sure.
so,
Hopefully before that, though.
boy, this has been great information.
Anyone
great.
who would understand the fact that Pee Wee's bicycle is not in the basement of the Alamo is okay in my book.
Right? It's exactly. Someone who would go to that Great Lakes. I got to go to the Alamo a couple of years ago, and I was just like in my glory, not only for the history, but I'm like, this is one of Pee Wee's destinations.
Didn't you want to just go up to one of the tour guides and say, when are we going to see the basement?
So badly. So
I just want to say, you probably wondered what this is going to be like. No other media outlet goes over these crucial issues that we do. I mean,
I appreciate that you get into the meat.
we
of the
take the
story.
deep
That's
dive
really-
into the story.
Yes. That's
The
phenomenal.
Pee Wee Herman pictures, the
Her
possum.
plants and
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Rogers. I love it.
The important stuff.
That's right.
If you had any llamas or pictures of llamas, it would be, you'd be on here for 3 hours.
That's okay. I'll get her one.
Yeah, but we'll do that for the next.
Yeah, of
sequel.
course.
There you
Perfect.
go. There you go.
So, but yeah, I don't know how much time you guys have left, or if we should wrap it. But if you wanted to hear nuts and bolts of construction, a lot of people ask construction
Sure.
details. But if this is more about the community aspect, there's a lot of I could go on forever about the community parts, but. Some people are very curious about the construction, about whether there's a fixed span. So you guys tell me if we have enough time, and I'll just
Oh,
do a
yeah,
quick
we-
summary.
yeah, we've
Yeah,
got
we
time.
do. Yeah, we do. And then also, just want to bookmark this. I have sitting off to the side here a view of the website that they can go to, Cline Avenue website. So if you want
Oh,
us to show
fantastic.
that, and then is that a good place for people to go to get information?
That is a good place, yes.
Okay.
And I also highly recommend our Facebook page. Twitter has lots of good information, and YouTube. One thing that I've been sharing with folks recently is something that we just created, is a time lapse that shows the last 2 years
Oh, wow.
in under 2
Love
minutes.
that.
Cool.
So that's available. It's on our YouTube page. You can also find it on our Facebook page. I shared that pretty recently.
Okay.
So that's really fun to see. We've had a couple requests because we've been interacting with the community for some time, and since I joined in my role last summer,
Right.
a lot of people are like, "Is there a time lapse? You gotta, show me something cool." And it's like, okay,
That is
here's the
cool.
time
Yeah,
lapse.
that is. Yeah.
So-
Let me show you. Let me show them the website here. I think that. Oh, yeah, there it is. Wow, that's pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be gorgeous.
Yep.
It really is. It was designed to be very elegant.
It's
and a
very aesthetic.
structure
It
that
just
people
kind
can
of-
be proud of.
Yeah, it just blends in beautifully.
And that's the clineave.com. Just
Yes.
like CLINEAVE.com.
Yes.
Awesome.
All sorts of good information on there. So that's one good way to get a sense for how the project has been coming together. Another way you can do that, or actually I was going to share, if you want to see it, like seeing is believing. So checking out that video, you can truly just see it pop up in, less than 2 minutes, which is amazing. But in that video, if you blink, you'll almost miss it. You can see the construction of our dedicated casting facility. So the bridge is, let's see if I can do this from memory because I'm not with all my resources at the moment. It is a box girder, balance cantilever. There's a few more adjectives, but it's a segmental bridge. So basically they build what I like to call Lego pieces, but in reality they're 60 to 90 tons each.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
these hollow box girder is the name of the format. So they build these Lego pieces on site, and then each one is made in the casting facility on our site. And they were usually able to make about 3 a day throughout since construction began, and then that part wrapped up last year. So it takes 685 of these massive segments to build the finished bridge. The new structure is 1 mile long, approximately 1 mile long total. So what they do is it's a post-tensioning process. So it's like if you take a stack of books and you compress them together and how they stay together, that's how they secure this with the steel inside, the tendons. So they stack them end to end to end to end to end. So they build upon the pier segment, or excuse me, there's 29 of those piers. You know, they're really elegantly shaped. So they're the supports, and then they build out, and they basically build the letter T, and then they connect those two together. When they have enough of those done, they move down the line. So that's what's been going on, and it's really cool since I usually work on the site. During the summer, I would just look out my window and see one of these like 90-ton segments just being lifted overhead on a crane and being secured into its place. So
neat.
It's really cool to share that with the kids and with the adults. We did the Sidewalk Talks program throughout last year, where we invited the community to come and actually learn about it on site. So it's going to be a fixed bridge where there's not going to be any lifts. A lot of people in that area are familiar with. There's a lot of trains. There's a bridge lift on Dickey Road that if you get stuck by it, you could be sitting there for as long as a train. So, but yeah, when it's finished, it'll be 100 feet at its maximum because the Coast Guard requires that for the Indiana Harbor and Ship Canal. So it's actually built to the same height that the previous bridge was, which allows ship traffic to come and go without any interruptions to traffic.
That's great.
But really, I'd say check out that time-lapse video because it's the best way to really illustrate what a non-construction person is trying to share about how this just is truly magnificent process. And to watch it all myself go up has just been awe-inspiring. And then knowing that when it's finished, you know, all this work is so that it can really open up and revitalize this corridor. You know, that's just...
It's going to have such a huge impact. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. So... Great. Well, thank you so much for letting me share this story. Did you guys have any other questions about the project?
No,
but if we do, we know where to go.
Yeah. So, well, thank you very much for reaching out to us, and we're more than happy to get this out there. And boy, I tell you what, be safe, take care. It's scary out there. I know your state is stay-at-home order. We're not there yet, although we're wondering.
I think most people are kind of doing it on their own.
Yeah. Really, when you look at it, it was what we were doing anyway. But I think Governor Pritzker had to take action because people weren't listening. So.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's all for the greater good. We have to look after each other.
Yes, it is. We'll get through this, as I tell everyone, as long we work together and stay safe. We'll get to the other side.
Absolutely.
So, listen, you take care of yourself, and thank you very much for sharing this information. And we'll say goodbye for now.
Yeah, thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Again. Bye.
Bye.